I'm gonna watch this one.
Back in
I'm
2017,
gonna watch this one, then I'm gonna get out, because I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of shit to say about this one. I'm gonna have a lot of shit to say. It's 14 minutes, so yeah, we're gonna get this shit and get out. Get out there.
this is what Ugly God's performances look like.
I could say this at the beginning. I knew Ugly God wasn't gonna last until this time. You know, he's not one of them artists. You know.
However, if you search up his name today, you'll find questions like what happened to Ugly God, or get greeted by articles of how he's been arrested and fatally shot his best friend's father. I'm Luesta, and today we're gonna discuss Ugly God's rise and unexpected disappearance in the rap world. Royce Rodriguez, aka Ugly God, never took making music particularly seriously. When he was a kid in Mississippi, he started rhyming in the 10th grade under the hilarious name of Pussy Bacon.
Now, did you have like an original rap name?
Yeah, my original name was Pussy Bacon, bro.
The way he say this.
Luckily, he decided to switch it up to Ugly God, but his content didn't necessarily get more mature. Take his first song released on SoundCloud, for example. The song was called I Beat My Meat.
Bitch, I beat my meat. Give a fuck about what you think.
But I can't lie, his shit was viral though. A lot of his shit was viral. And he wasn't a bad artist. It's just his shit wasn't gonna last. You know, people like Drake and all them shit's gonna fucking last.
All up in my sheets, bitch, my swag is so complete.
Sadly, many people in his social circles didn't find this track too amusing.
So you came out with Beat My Meat, and then your basketball coach makes you take it down.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess they felt like I wanted to pursue a basketball career, and that didn't compliment it with that song.
Eventually, Ugly God would graduate from high school and began attending the University of Southern Mississippi, and would later upload the track back on his SoundCloud. And amazingly, it did numbers. The song was really well received, and fans loved how funny it was. Considering that he had hit the scene as a teenager, Ugly God knew what it took to make content pop online, and his initial buzz didn't even specifically come from his songs. A good example of this was when he would make videos of putting lizards on his nose. Although it was something simple, it had fans commenting things like, I can watch this over and over again and not get tired of it. This is the funniest shit ever. How does he catch this so easily? He really is a god. Ugly God even claimed that he used these viral videos to promote his music. And on March 2017, Ugly God would officially become a household name after he dropped a single titled Water that went stupid.
Water, yeah, water, water, water.
This song was also co-produced by him, and the beat was truly something special. The release of this track correlates perfectly with the time that his SoundCloud began picking up traction, amassing around 60,000 followers by the time of June 2016. Within weeks of the track coming out, it racked up millions of views, landed number 34 on Billboard, and a year later, it was certified platinum. Later in the video, we're gonna discuss how this song would play a huge role in his downfall as a rapper. But for now, just know that this song was really big. The single's release even helped him ink a deal with Asylum Records on October of 2017. And suddenly, Ugly God was unavoidable. Once everyone had their eyes on him, Ugly God attempted to follow up with another hit and tried a number of different tactics, including a diss track against himself titled Fuck Ugly God.
That shit was bad.
This song also did really well, and fans couldn't get enough of your boy Pussy Bacon. From here, he was on the top of the world. He was performing at large venues, getting features and collaborations from other famous rappers, and of course, making that bag in the process. Despite his success, Ugly God began to face his first problem with his newfound fame when he took issue to being grouped into the category of mumble rap. This term was coined by real hip-hop heads who disapproved of the direction that hip-hop was going. However, Ugly God didn't believe that mumble rap was his calling and considered it a slur against his generation's artistry.
Some people throw me in that realm, some don't, but I think it's just a kind of a disrespect word called mumble rap when you can really actually understand what they're saying.
Many fans agreed, with some claiming his response made him seem less of a mumble rapper and more of a humble rapper. Humble is a great way to describe Ugly God's persona. However, as you will see later in this video, his humbleness may have came at a cost to his rap career. But instead of trying to defend the quality of his music, he just publicly acknowledged that the songs he made were just as mediocre as his critics claimed it to be.
You said that you feel your music is trash.
Oh, it's trash, terrible.
So you're saying your own music is trash?
Fucking trash.
Okay.
This is a tactic used by rappers like Tyler the Creator to promote their album. By lowering expectations, listeners can be pleasantly surprised and end up liking the song even more. It also shows respect to the listener, as the artist appears to be more humble. Nonetheless, Ugly God's song Water was a huge hit, so he then followed this up with his debut project, The Booty Tape, which did okay, landing at number 27 on the charts and even had a Wiz Khalifa feature. However, singles like Bitch and Stop Smoking Black and Milds didn't really pick up the same traction that
He was around that year with McConan and shit. McConan was turning up, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, Famous Dex, Made in Tokyo, Made in Tio, I forgot the other nickname.
Water did, hinting at the fact that he may have been a one-hit wonder, but more
Fetty
on
Wap
that
was in
later.
that.
In 2017, he was also on the XXL freshman list with popular artists like XXXTentacion and Playboi Carti. Many artists from that list did really great and went on to have incredibly successful rap careers. But Ugly God's career seemingly stagnated. He didn't really drop much music after and would rarely pop up in interviews or social media. So what happened? In a No Jumper interview from 2019, Ugly God actually expressed remorse over doing the XXL cover, as it created a situation of too much, too soon.
So like what I've said before is that before XXL and even the Water shit, I even say Wild Water was coming out, but my fan base was growing so like steadily and organically. And then like just looking at my numbers, which I fucking hate going by numbers, but sometimes it matters, and like going by numbers and like as far as my followers and like my analytics and stuff, as soon as XXL happened, that shit shot the fuck up.
I bet.
And it was I feel like I didn't get my core fan base where I wanted it to before, that.
Except for a mixtape known as Little Something Before the Album, and featuring on Lil Yachty's Boom, which earned him his second and final gold plaque, 2018 began to mark the moment that Ugly God began to step away from rap. And if we take a look back to an old Snapchat video that he posted in late 2017, we can find some answers as to why he did so. I talked to one of the smartest guys I ever met in my life, and he helped me come to my senses, he wrote. While my joke around songs are fun to make and churn up to, I'm creating no kind of substance or mark. I just want to bring to light that I am very versatile, and I have been scared to show my versatility for all this time because I didn't get into this position I am in now because of my versatility. I feel like if I did show my versatility, people would stop fucking with me. But if people genuinely did fuck with me, they would respect what I do regardless of what angle I try to approach. I just feel like I'm on the edge of permanently being taken as a joke, and that would be the downfall of my career. With Ugly God being known for making people laugh, and his personality helping him make a name for himself in the music industry, this was a big shift. And although the likes of Tyler the Creator, once again, made a similar statement before, it seemed like he was making the switch at the wrong moment in time.
But the difference between Tyler the Creator though is that his music wasn't no like joke around music like that. For like when he made I was trying to say to Pimp a Butterfly, but I forgot the name of the song. Name of the album, bro. Fuck. What was the name of the shit? I know the shit. I know my shit. I I promise you I do. I just listen to so much fucking music, bro, that it's like Flower Boy. Yeah, when he put out Flower Boy, it was like that shit was
Hi. Being that he said this during a
2017,
tough period in his personal life when he was struggling with his mental health. After making this statement, he went on a 1-year hiatus instead of going to the lab and getting straight to work. Then, in November of 2018, he spoke about taking some time away from the game, tweeting, "All bullshit aside, I hope y'all can tell I'm back on my bullshit. I really was super depressed for a whole year and nobody even noticed. But it's okay. I shouldn't expect y'all to care about my personal life. I'm just here to be a good friend and deliver good music to y'all." However, he continued to remain out of the spotlight before returning as a healthier person and believed that his music could still be great even though he had been less active for a while.
So you took a fasting from the internet.
Yeah.
How does that help you? What effect has that had on you?
It's so much bullshit going on, and I'd rather just not see that shit. And I'd rather not get inspired by people doing some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it make it harder when you return though?
Kinda, but I'm confident in what the fuck I'm putting out. So
Right.
it's gonna slide.
Right.
But as it turned out, he was mistaken. In the lead up to finally releasing his debut album on Asylum Records, he dropped singles like Hello with Lil Pump and Lost in the Sauce. But for all his talk about switching up his style due to his expiry date on his old approach, the record suggested that maybe he just wasn't capable of delivering anymore. Released in August of 2019, his new album Bumps and Bruises peaked at number 46 on Billboard, which, don't get
I
me
didn't know
wrong,
that
this
shit
is
came
still
out.
really good. But it proved that he definitely didn't strike while the iron was hot. It was a good run, but 2 years is a long time in viral rap years, wrote Pitchfork in a 3.6 review. And Ugly God's debut album Bumps and Bruises confirms everyone's suspicions about the relationship between viral hip-hop fame and rapping abilities. Fans were also seemingly unimpressed. Ugly God has become a
said dog
basic
ass.
trap artist. Average production, bad punchlines, and also boring and repetitive. All of the songs before the interlude I liked, but everything after was kinda trash. While there was obviously some hardcore fans who defended it, claiming that he was becoming overhated, it seemed like the tables were beginning to turn for Ugly God. And it was clear that the feedback was getting to him. Because once the record came and went into the culture, Ugly God retreated to the shadows once again. And rather than trying to build on his latest release, he has basically taken a vow of silence. And when he did pop back up online, it would only be to express his frustrations with the industry's lack of attention span, while also pointing the fingers at others as to why he never got a real second wind in the game.
Being inconsistent, bruh, that shit was totally my choice. I didn't want to burn myself out. Bro, I felt like low key, bro, I couldn't bounce back unless I had a good ass feature on the shit. You feel me? So my Whoa Now song, bro, we got some good ass ad-libs on it, bro. This shit's so amazing, but niggas been bullshitting me on that song for 2 years straight, bro. Since I previewed it, bro. Like my brother said, like my brother Cash said, you know, this rap shit just like high school, you feel me, bro? Niggas want to be around, you know, who the coolest niggas, who the hottest, who around, who all in the scene and shit. Y'all know that's just not me. So shit, fuck it.
It only got worse in January 2022, when photos began circulating of someone who looked just like Ugly God working at Walmart, leading many fans to believe that the rap money really dried out, but it was quickly denied. Fans also began to notice that Ugly God's physical appearance was seemingly deteriorating, with many claiming he was possibly using drugs, such as cocaine.
I was gonna say that
Half
shit in
the
the
comments is
interview.
niggas thinking I'm fucking snorting coke, doing meth.
Nah, I'm
Niggas call
doing
me a
coke.
crackhead.
Just
That
don't
shit
get
like
skinny.
hurts my feelings, nigga, because for the last 2 years, I've been fucking running every single day, every single morning at 4 in the morning, eating right, drinking water, and working out. Just to look how I want to look, got the wild, like, just to reach my goals, just for niggas to then think I'm on drugs or snorting, whatever the fuck. So stop saying that shit. That shit hurts my feelings, nigga. I work for what the fuck I got.
While this was great to hear, it did seem like there was something deeper going on that he wasn't telling us. But all of this news is harmless compared to what happened a couple months back.
Oh yeah, this part.
For a little while this year, it really seemed like Ugly God was gearing up to resurface. After staying pretty inactive on social media, he was suddenly tweeting again and released a 2-pack of music on SoundCloud in May. But weirdly, it wasn't put up on any major streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music. Along the way, he seemed to be teasing a new project with space travel inspired artwork and a recurring hashtag called Floatery, suggesting that there was something for his fans on the way. And while he had previously complained that he hadn't built the base that he wanted to by coming out the gate way too early, he was still commanding 19 million listeners and 97 million streams a year on Spotify in 2022, which totals to about $200,000 in yearly income. Obviously, his label Asylum was taking a huge cut of that, but at the very least, it proved that there were still people out there checking for him, even if the
Shit, I
vast
didn't know he was
majority
still
of
on the label.
listeners moved on once he dipped out of sight. But whatever he was planning was seriously disrupted after he began making headlines claiming that he was named the gunman in the death of 50-year-old Ronaldo de la Valade. Reports claim that Ugly God killed his best friend's father during an argument. While the evidence is still unclear, some reports claim that Ugly God and others supposedly convinced Ronaldo to come back to the house by claiming that his 11-year-old son was in danger. When Ronaldo was leaving, he allegedly got shot 4 times in the face by Ugly God, resulting in his death. The account of what happened has mainly come from Ronaldo's sister, identifying as Tisha online. In her post, which detailed the killing, she claimed that Ugly God had bragged about his involvement in the shooting online, and planned to use the fact that his uncle is a judge in Mississippi to avoid prosecution by using self-defense as a motive. When the news broke, the hip hop world was completely shocked, with many in disbelief that the guy who made the song titled I Beat My Meat was the last person you would expect to be bagging up body. But what was more shocking to a lot of people is that after he had all that momentum back in the day, this was the first time that they heard his name even uttered in years. Due to the nature of how hip-hop works, people could label Ugly God as a one-hit wonder, despite the fact that he's only 26 years of age. But a lot of that comes down to the fact that with one major hit, he suddenly had the kind of profile that some artists in previous generations had shed blood, sweat, and tears to obtain. As he found out, getting your wildest dreams that fast means that there's no solid foundation for them to be stabilized on. And if you don't act decisively, you're gonna slide back down the ranks of the cruel world that is the music industry. Considering the fact that hip-hop audiences thrive on drama, it's likely that if he released a track tomorrow in the wake of the shooting news, it'd probably do better numbers than anything he's released in years. But unfortunately, the moral of the Ugly God story will always be that you need to be careful what you wish for, as you might just get it before you can actually handle it.
Before we get into the video today, I want to...
Alright.
Back in
That's it for that. I'm gonna react to a lot of shit. A lot of shit going up today unless some shit get copyrighted and then get.
Take a holla free thug. Holla free thug. Holla free thug, bitch. Free thug. Free thug. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Free thug.
Did he?
Free thug, bitch. Free thug. Free thug. Yeah. Yeah.
Now imagine Young Thug get out and he's like, I don't know, bro. He hear this shit.
You know what I'm saying? When I hit from the back, I make a holla free thug. You know what I'm saying? It be sounding just like this. And all you do, you just hear screaming free thug. Yeah. 21 shots on my Glock. 300 black on my go yard. Kick my cousin out my car. Why you?
Like, this is a song you can play in the car. But he fucked it up with that shit. Like,
can't get in here, you ain't got no ride. Pussy, she pulled up on me at my video shoot with a plate of hot food and a blowjob. I got back to work, sweat coming out of my shirt. I've been in her all day, bitch. I go hard, and I don't even like to play top with a bitch ass nigga. If I had the low hand, I pull your card and fuck around and play the hard way and tunk out. These niggas running out of bars, they gon' punk out. I kicked it with a little broad and we hunk out. The back to the streets with her. Streets threw it back to me. I threw it to an NFL nigga. Everybody clapping the fleet flicker. What's happening with me, nigga? You know what I'm saying? I say, I threw the bitch to the streets threw it back to me, then I threw it to NFL, nigga. Like
it's definitely a fucking freestyle.
You know, that might go over your head. You know what I mean?
You know how some niggas be sending freestyle, but ain't no freestyle. They wrote the whole shit down.
This year I'm going for the Ravens, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with my boy Odell. You know what I mean? And the highest paid motherfucking quarterback in NFL history. I think I'm incorrect on that, so I'm probably gonna take that out, but you know.
It's definitely a fucking freestyle.
Fuck you, man. Bitch. Baby.
Yeah. I wonder what's the baby's next direction though. What's his next direction? What is he going for? Like, what is he dropping like an album next, or can he drop a little mini EP or some shit like that? So he's going for like a big ass, cause you gotta get back to his stardom, bro. Cause the whole shit, it was like a compilation of shit that just fucked his ass up. So he just gotta get back to that shit, you know. One day, hopefully.